Hi, my name is Sally, and I'm a 57-year-old. Ooh, I just got a text from my daughter. Give me a second. 2020, and I am just now getting over the stomach flu. First I thought, well, I must have food poisoning because I ate some crappy food from a convenience store, and that's never a good idea. And I promised myself in the new year I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I know. We all make these promises. But just so I did. And then I proceeded to eat it because I thought, well, I'm not going to eat this next year, so I'll eat it now. And then I got really sick, and I thought that was retribution for eating that terrible food. So anyway, turns out I had the stomach flu because my son got sick too, and he didn't go with me to the convenience store. I'm going to take on a study of one. I'm the one. Yeah, this guy. So I got these 3 books, and I'm going to use these 3 books as part of my study. And each day, I'm going to post a little something about some bit of wisdom I've gleaned from one of these 3 books. I'm working on some areas of life. I got these areas from Designing Your Life. I actually did Landmark years and years and years ago, and it did make my life so much better. But in this book, Designing Your Life, How to Build a Well-Lived Life. Oh, a well-lived, joyful life. Ooh, that's a key word there, isn't it? By Bill Burnett and Dave Evans. These guys are with the D School, and I found out about them years and years ago by watching a program on IDEO. Look it up. It's very worth doing, or I'll put a link in here somewhere. Anyway, they have this broken down into 4 areas of life where we can work on ourselves, and those areas are health, work, love, and play. And so I'm going to break those 4 areas down, and I'm also going to be working on my artistic self. I do more music. I'm going to work on my musical. I'm going to work on my commitment to the community, where my husband and I moved 3 years ago. Just, I don't know if you would call it a whim. Well, there's more about that in a link to the George and Sally videos. So you can look those up. There's some ancillary information. Just suffice it to say, today is day 1 of Study of One. If you want to know more about some of the other stuff I do, you can look up Sally and Brian, which is my musical duo. You can look up Sally Pal, which is my podcast on interviewing people who are creating original work for a live audience. Or you can look up the Sally and George videos, which is just my husband and I philosophizing, and my kids show up from time to time. I have 3 adult children and 2 children-in-laws. I have 2 sons-in-law. And so, you know, life is really good. My dad just turned 90 last week, which is kind of awesome. I have both my parents with me still, and we moved to this part of the country to be closer to them. I still have my sister and my brother, and we're all very close. And I love all their families, and they love mine. And so life is really good. So what this study of one is about is making life better, because we can. So join me and maybe have your own study of one. Pick a book or 2 or 3 that you're really interested in pursuing. It can be a self-help book, or you can just read Ulysses or Moby Dick or something that you've always said you were going to read. And we'll do this together. It'll be fun. If you want to leave in the comments something about the books that you're reading or have read, or something that's changed your life, in the world of literature, or anything else for that matter. I'm really into theater and music myself, so that's where my interests lie. But if you're into sports or gaming or whatever, you know, let me know what kinds of things have made a difference for you, because we're all a study of one, and there's no one person who has all the answers. You have to find out for yourself, and this is the year we're going to do it together.